Well, hi folks, I'm just going to give you a little tip on how you can actually start your parsnips off a little bit quicker than you would do normally and guarantee germination. Because as everyone will know, parsnips are a pretty rubbish germinator. I mean, you can't keep parsnip seeds longer than a year usually because they usually just die. And when it comes to sowing them, you get quite a poor rate of germination. So this way is just called chitting. It's where you actually pre-sprout your seeds in some wet or moist tissue paper like so before you actually plant them out, so you know which ones are viable and you know which ones will sprout eventually. So I've just got my parsnip seeds there. If you can see, it's a bit bright and sunny, I shouldn't be complaining. And what I've got is some damp kitchen towel, quite wet, in the bottom of it's an old Chinese takeaway thing. I'm just going to simply just sprinkle those all over the bottom. It's now just getting on for mid-March, so I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to sprinkle those across the bottom. Just do about half my packet I think for now, like so, and then get another sheet of tissue paper, damp tissue paper, kitchen towel, place that over the top so the whole things are going to be nice and moist. And then if I can find the lid, put the lid on. Where's the lid go? There it is. And then stick the lid on, as so, to keep the moisture in. And I'm just going to put those in a warmish place, just like room temperature, not in a propagator or anything like that. And after about a week I'll check. I'll just lift the tissue paper up and check. You've got to look quite closely. And what you're looking for is a little tiny sprout that appears from one end of the seed. I'll try and put a picture up now so you know what it looks like. And as soon as that little sprout appears, you don't want to let it grow too long because that's the main sort of taproot. And if you do let it grow a bit long and plant it out, you can actually snap it off and then you'll get a forked one. But basically what I do is wait until there's about half a dozen or so, or well, they might all come at once, and then just plant those out. Once they've sprouted, that little sprout from the end of the seed, just go to the garden every time you get a few that have sprouted and just plant those out as if you were sowing them. You can sow a few seeds along with them as well, just in case. But then you will virtually guarantee that those will actually germinate because you know the seed's viable because it's sprouted, and it'll get a bit of a head start as well because it won't have been just sitting in the freezing cold being dormant. So basically that's just a little tip that I use for growing my parsnips. The way I grow my show parsnips, basically just to get them growing quickly, but you can also just, like I said, just once they've sprouted you can just plant those, sow those as you would the seeds, and they will virtually guarantee you'll get germination because, like I said, you know that they're viable and they have sprouted. So that's another little tip there folks. If you've never tried it, just give it a go. It's a bit fiddly sometimes, but at least it guarantees you're going to get a decent set of germination with your parsnips, which can be tricky. So that's about it folks. I'll see you later.